Today I'm going to assess the musculoskeletal system. The patient walk to the wall over there for me and walk back. Okay, gait seems fine. Okay, you can face the camera again. You can stand up straight. Okay, posture seems fine. I can assess the temporomandibular joints on both sides bilaterally. You can open your mouth. Okay. And the other joints will be assessed as I go through each system. Alright, now I'm going to inspect the spine and the patient scoot up a little bit. Okay. I don't see any lateral curves, no tenderness or anything. I can palpate the cervical curves, the thoracic, and the lumbar. Okay. And if you would, could you bend forward for me to assess scoliosis? Okay. The lumbar curvature, can you go down a little bit more to your toes? Okay. I don't see any asymmetry, and the lumbar curve flattens out, so it doesn't look like there's any signs of scoliosis. Now I'm going to assess the range of motion of the spine. I'll have the patient stand in front of the camera again. I'll assess lateral bending. I can have you just turn like this to your right and then turn to the left, like so. Extension, move your back forward, like this. Okay. Rotation, can you move your shoulders to the left, just like this, and then to the right? Okay. Now sitting, you can sit down for me. Do range of motion of the shoulders. First I'm going to do flexion, so can you raise your hands up for me? Okay. An extension, can you lower them for me? Alright. Can you put your hands behind your neck? And that assesses external rotation. No, like this. Okay. And then can you go like this for me? Translate that. Okay. And that assesses internal rotation. Okay. Moving on to the elbow. Just put your arms out like this. Palms up. Can you bend your elbows for me? Both of them. And that assesses, once he bends, that assesses flexion, and once he straightens his elbow, that's extension. Also, can you put your palms up like this? Keep your palms down, and then move them upward. Okay, palms down. Okay. When the palms are up, I'm assessing the supination, and when palms are down, that's pronation. Everything looks normal. Okay, with wrist, can you put your palms down for me, just like this? Okay. Let's see here. Can you point your fingers to the floor for me? That's flexion, and point it up. Okay, that's extension. Put your arms straight out for me, and move them like this to the midline. That'd be adduction. No, actually keep your arms straight and move them like that. That's adduction, and then you move them out of the midline. That's abduction. Okay, moving on to the hands. Can you make a fist for me? Okay, that's assessing adduction, and then straighten them out with your fingers spread. That's abduction of the range of motion of the hand. Okay, now I can have you lie supine, like laying on your back. Okay. Let's see here. I can now assess range of motion in the hips. Can I have you flex your hips, moving your knee upward? Okay, and that'd be flexion of the hip. Okay, and back down. That's extension. Okay. And now I can adduct the hip by moving it inward like this, and then flexion. Okay, and also extension would be like this. Alright. Also, can you kind of scoot up a little bit? Just sit right here. I can assess the ankles, range of motion in the ankles. Can you point your toes to the floor for me? That'd be flexion. Can you point them up towards the ceiling? That's extension. And also, I can do inversion of the foot, and I'll put the foot like this and bring it inward to the bend line. That's inversion. And then out like that. Outward. Outside of the midline would be eversion. Also, you can test the range of motion of the foot by holding it like this, and having the patient go towards the midline. Just move your foot towards the midline. Okay, out of the midline. Okay, and that's testing both adduction and abduction of the foot. Now I can have the patient sit down. Let's see. With the knee, I can assess the range of motion of the knee by internal rotation, having the patient swing his leg inward like this. Can you swing your leg inward like that and do the other one? Okay. And as he's doing that, he gets his ankle out here away from the midline. That's assessing external rotation of the knee as well. And as I was doing that, I was inspecting all the joints and assessing everything else. So that concludes my video.